Becoming an actor is the most glamorous and desired job in all of the world. And the reasons are pretty obvious. Money, fame, freedom.
This offer comes in, $8 million offer. I read it and I said, no, thank you. That's the stuff I'm not doing. I come back with a $10 million offer. I'm not reading that again. No, thank you. Come back at a $12 million offer. Guys, tell him I said no thanks. Come back at a $14.5 million offer.
Learning new skills, meeting new people, traveling all around the world, and possibly becoming the faces of some of the biggest moments in film history.
Well, you look nervous. Is it the scars? You want to know how I got them? Come here. Hey. Look at me. So I had a wife. She was beautiful. Like you. Who tells me I worry too much? Who tells me I ought to smile more? Who gambles and gets in deep with the sharks? Hey. One day they carve her face. We have no money for surgeries. She can't take it. I just want to see her smile again. I just want her to know that I don't care about the scars. So, I stick a razor in my mouth and do this to myself. And you know what? She can't stand the sight of me. She leaves. Now I see the funny side. Now I'm always smiling. A little fight in you. I like that. And you're gonna love me.
And having that seared into people's brains. But there's a massive problem. Only about 2% of actors actually make a livable wage just off acting alone. And of that 2%, how many people you think actually get a chance to get a breakout role? You need the right script, the right director, the right editing, the right performance, and most importantly, you need the right marketing, because there will always be an amazing movie that comes out every year that you and I just won't see because we see so much. But there's a group who came up with a solution to all those problems. They decided to take things to their own hands. And because of that, they're rewriting film as we know it. And not just rewriting film, they're rewriting film, comedy, conventions, and even how we perceive masculinity. This is the genius behind RDC. All right, welcome back to another episode of The Genius Behind. And today we are talking about the most influential content group of all time, especially on YouTube, RDC. RDC is one of my favorite YouTube channels on YouTube, and Mark Phillips is like a big inspiration for me personally and what he's done to the industry. And we're gonna break down how RDC's greatly impacted YouTube and how they've greatly impacted pop culture and how they already are changing the way that people can make films and changing the way we see the entertainment industry, from Dark Lights to Imagine That to the skits they make, and even from all their commercials. And we're gonna break all that down today. All right, let's go. Of course, we gotta get this out of the way. Who is RDC? RDC is one of the first content groups ever. RDC was created before AMP, and they were also made before Simon, right? I'm not here to say that RDC is one of the first content groups ever, but I think they are probably one of the oldest and active content groups on YouTube right now. And also RDC is probably the most popular content group ever, right? You got the Simon, which is pretty popular, but the Simon got a lot of, they're still their own individual content creators. But with RDC is a collective and always will be collective. Nobody has their separate YouTube channels, right? And there's not a lot of content groups, period, especially 12 years ago. And black content groups, they're one of the few. This is really where RDC's impact comes into play. They popularize anime, cartoon, and memes. Let's talk about anime for a second. Anime is obviously super duper popular now. It's super in now. That Demon Slayer movie got great reviews. People love anime. It's everywhere, right? Anime is bigger than cartoons, I would say, for right now. But it was not always like that before the Great Shift. I want to say the Great Shift happened whenever My Hero got popular. That's when I feel like I was. But 10 years ago, anime was not like this. In 2015, it was lame. 2014, 13, it was lame. You were lame, you were geeky, and you were a dork. Especially if you were black. You were not going out and saying that you like anime, right? But RDC is a big reason of why we had that huge cultural shift into people liking anime now. They're one of the first content creators on YouTube to make videos about anime, make anime skits, and make anime memes back then. You look at the RDC group. RDC group is not a group of like, they don't have the nerd look, they don't have the geek look. They look cool. They're cool dudes. I feel like that really helped people change their perception of anime. You can tell the RDC has like a swag and confidence to them, and they watch anime, and they do not back down from none of that. They own up to it. Yeah, we watch anime, and they make videos about it. I don't think they'd admit this, that they changed the cultural shift, or like, I don't know if they would admit that they would have had a big deal to do with anime shifting, but I think they had a massive deal, especially on the YouTube front, because also as anime was getting popular, YouTube was getting more popular, right? So if you got a whole group on YouTube making anime videos and then anime is also on the rise, then I feel like they both contribute to anime stardom now. Now, if we go to cartoons, they also make it cool for adults to like cartoons, right? If we go to The Hoodbender, that's actually a pretty well-written story by Mark. What these two things have in common is if you were to go to your parents right now and you were trying to sit them down and get them to watch Attack on Titan or watch Avatar, despite those being one of the most fantastic written pieces of fiction, they're gonna have a hard time taking this seriously, right? And it's not just adults. It's not just older adults. There's adults, 20, 18, whatever, super young that feel this way, that they just can't take this type of animation, this type of visual medium seriously because it's cartoons and anime. But RDC are grown adults, and they really shine a light on how cool anime and cartoons are and how well written both of these things can be. And lastly, we have memes. RDC has one of the deepest, richest memes bag of all time.
Got your ass on camera.
Niggas ain't got me on no fucking camera.
This is the clearest video I've ever seen. This is the most HD shit ever. This is 4K. How did they get you in 4K?
That ain't me.
No, fuck that! On everything, y'all got me fucked up! On my mama, y'all got me fucked up! Nigga, what the fuck is you doing in the video?
Oh yeah, bro, yeah, that's me.
Nigga, I know it's you. What are you doing in the video?
Bro, she threw me a bag, bro. What was I supposed to do?
That was an okay shot right there, though.
Oh my god, bro, is dick riding all you do?
No, I'm
Like,
saying
you literally got that nigga dick in your mouth right now. I see it.
I'm saying the shot was okay.
All right.
All right, bro.
What are y'all on?
For real.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9. It's just a joke. Come on. Don't shoot. Don't shoot.
Right? One of the most popular ones is 4K. 4K is everywhere when it first came out. And a super hidden one that's actually a massive meme is the Black Force Energy meme. I literally remember that meme in high school saying like, oh, look at this dude. He pulled up to the court in black Air Force, bro. Watch out. I did not know that RDC made that meme. Like, that shit's huge, dude.
What's up, old ass nigga? Come on! Come on, old ass nigga! I'm finna D1 this nigga the fuck up, I swear to God, what's up?
Pause the camera right there. Rewind the video. Are those high top black forces? This nigga is crazy. You fucked up. Niggas do not wear high top forces anymore. So besides the fact that this nigga was just hitting himself, which is already a clear sign of craziness, his appearance is outdated. Most niggas with outdated appearances tend to fight harder with a win-loss ratio of 10-1. I repeat, do not fight a nigga with an outdated appearance. Please move the camera up. I knew it. His hair has not been cut, and he clearly does not care. This nigga has nothing to lose. Avoid these type of niggas at all costs, because a nigga with nothing to lose is the worst kind of nigga.
And they were the first one to popularize it. So they made anime popular, cartoons popular, and they have a deep meme bag. Oh, just like the most recent one about NBA YoungBoy security guards. Like, now that meme is popular. It seems like they can do it at will, and they know exactly what they're doing. So yeah, memes. And talking about memes, they actually created the group skits. I'm sure there was a collective of people that made skits as a group before RDC, but I don't think they've been this successful and this prominent still to this day. If you think about skit makers now on TikTok, you got like Tony Statavici, Joe Roth, I think his name is, but there's a lot of skit makers. If you think about them, they are solo. RDC is a group, and they make group skits bangers, dude. I'll talk about the NBA YoungBoy one, and they just have a million other ones. The 4K one, the Popeyes one, these are all bangers. And because they're skits that only they can make that well.
Yes, sir! Move here! What do you want? What do you want?
I
just want a 3-piece with fries.
God damn, spicy them all.
Spicy.
Here, damn, gone. Shit.
This is not even my order.
It don't matter. Get out of here.
Can I at least get some sauce?
We don't have no more sauce. Shit.
Right there, though.
It's not for you. Get your bitch ass up out of here. I'm not playing. What are you doing? You need to come on.
Put the chicken in the box.
Man, this ain't no 5-star restaurant. This is Popeye. Pick it up with your hand. Man, what are you cut? Over here using tongues and shit. Get out of here, you cut. Here.
Like we go to the Popeye skit, they had a whole, a whole kitchen full of workers, and you can't really do that solo, or you gotta do this all the time. But RDC really their skits are special because they're a group, so they could really make that skit their own because they're a group, if that makes sense. So yeah, they popularized group skits. One of the first things that I noticed is they made anime popular for black people, and I just put black people mainly, but they also made anime popular with minorities in general. RDC contributed to that great shift of making memes, making a space, making people feel comfortable to watch anime, and just really being that face of, look, this dude's made a whole career out of liking anime, and I can't like it just for fun, right? And it's not just that they made memes or made stories centered around anime. Like, if you look at Back and Forth, they really watch these shows inside out. You know what I'm saying? They know about these characters inside out. And you can tell they really care and they're really passionate. And it's not just one person. It's not just Mark Phillips pushing like, oh, I like anime, and the whole other group is lukewarm. Like, nah, this whole group have watched these series inside and out. Mark, Leland, Desmond, Dylan, Av, like these are avid watchers, dude. And it really makes sense for their brand to like anime because Mark also wants to create films. Like, imagine that. And he has his own manga, Dark Lights, which is inspired about anime. But yeah, they made anime popular for everybody. And DreamCon, I'm going to talk about that more extensively, but DreamCon is actually huge. And obviously, DreamCon is about anime and black people, and we're going to talk about more about that later. All right, genius point number 2. They made being a nerd cool, popular, and profitable. I already talked about how they made watching anime cool, but we're not talking about the profitability part. It'd be one thing if RDC was a group that, made anime content, made skits, whoop, and they were just a nice, cool group, but no, they're in commercials.
Hey, nobody actually fears South Carolina. Don't worry, she can't go left. Okay, that just means she can't go right. That's all right. We're gonna see how y'all play against some real competition.
I can do that.
And these chips is trash.
Okay. Let's go. She is more worried about her drip than she is
Your jumper is broken. Our coach's better than yours. Y'all, this team is average. I seen you drop that pass. I know you hear me.
You know what I'm saying? With Wingstop, they got WNBA commercials. They got all types of commercials. They got movies. And they've been on red carpet. They met J. Cole. They met LeBron. All with this nerdy geek shit. You feel me? So it shows that even if, no matter what you like, no matter how cool it is, you can still be as profitable and successful while being yourself, right? I think that's RDC's one of their main themes is identity and individuality. They are super big on that, on being yourself, working. Oh, so I'm gonna check my shit. Sorry, big here, man. They're super big on being yourself, individuality, and all those beautiful things like that. And they've made it to the top just by being themselves, dude. And this opens doors to not just anime. Let's say you like D&D or you like, orchestra music, right? And let's say you're a black man with dreads and you like finger painting or you like pottery. If you look at RDC, if you look what they've done, they've changed their aesthetic. They've changed an aesthetic of a whole group of people that were just like them, and they reached the top of the top, all while being a nerd. So yeah. And the last genius point is they popularized anime comedy. We talked about earlier about how they make anime skits and cartoon skits, but they also trailblazed their own way of making comedy. I don't know how many people are making anime comedy skits. People have always been making relatable skits and relatable comedy skits, but anime comedy, that's RDC on their own. They trailblazed that whole path. Nobody's doing that. Nobody is getting these costumes and putting a whole story together and these anime characters beefing the way RDC has done it. They own this whole entire category of anime comedy. It's funny and it's real. Like, they're not just making relatable comedy videos with just anime costumes on. They're literally playing these anime costumes And they are sincerely making jokes out of these characters. And they trailblaze this whole thing. This has not been done before. And yeah, so they popularized anime comedy, made being a nerd profitable and cool, and they made anime popular for minorities. So yes, popularized anime. I want to talk about RDC and their short films because this is their bread and butter. This is what RDC is. They make films and they create media, right? Empowering black creatives with films and comics. Being black and being creative is kind of stigmatized within the black community. If you don't dribble a ball, if you don't play sport, if you don't rap or sing, if you're like a no athlete, none of that type, it's kind of hard to really try and step out of the box and reach for the stars and moon. And if you want to tell your parents like, oh, I want to create comics or I want to create movies, it can kind of be hard for them to sway because that's not something, you don't really see a black face when you think about a filmmaker. It seems that we're having more prominent black creatives like Jordan Peele and Ryan Coogler, and we have all types of black faces in creative spaces, which is great. But at a smaller scale, like YouTube, RDC is changing what's popular for black creatives. Like, if you watch their most recent short film, Imagine That, the production is great. You know, it has great cinematography, the color grading is great, the casting is good, the choreography is spectacular, right? If you go on RDC's channel and you watch their oldest video, it's booty ass, quality shitty, but they made it all the way to Imagine That. And it really empowers other black creatives or YouTubers because you look at RDC and you're like, dude, look the way they started and look where they are now. And they trailblazed. They made it visually possible. You know what I'm saying? There's a proof of concept that you could be black and be creative and make your own comics and make their movies because of RDC. Because they didn't get signed to no massive studio or they didn't do a bunch of years of film school. Mark said, I want to be a writer, and RDC said, bet. They are rewriting the entertainment industry. I was going to put film, but I think it's bigger than film. Mark Phillips is a author. He's a writer and director, producer, whatever, script writer, everything, right? It's so crazy watching RDC on these massive commercials, and I could literally see him on TV. I remember watching them. Like, that roach got tired of that BS. That video was like 7 years ago, and they made it all the way up to the top. And when I say rewriting the entertainment industry, Mark Phillips sooner or later is going to have his own movie in theaters. And he came from the ground on YouTube to get that position, right? And the rewriting, they made a whole different path of how to make it in the film industry, how to become a director, how to become a producer, and how to make high definition movies literally on YouTube. If you watch this trailer, here, I'll throw it up now.
I'm not scared of you. Tarzan, use flamethrower.
Maybe I should have brought my daughter to handle this one.
Don't disrespect us. Tarzan, can you hold him off? Pikachu, let's go.
Now, if you watch that trailer looks amazing. It looks real as shit. And there's no studio behind him, right? Once Mark Phillips and RDC gets their movie out, it's literally going to change everything from how you can get your own movie, you know what I'm saying? What it takes, what skills to learn. And he's really changing what's possible for the average person with no film school or none of that stuff. Let's say you're in poverty and you couldn't really afford to go to a prestigious film school like Juilliard. If you watch RDC, like, dude, I can be my own director just because RDC did it. That's how they're rewriting the entertainment industry. All right, culture changers. Let me define what the culture is. The ethos and the community of black people. It's usually associated with black art. Like, if we have black music, that's a part of the culture. Black dance is part of the culture. Culture is just tradition, right? And I think RDC is changing black culture significantly with things like DreamCon. I can make a whole video about DreamCon in itself and its impact and its importance and why this is one of the best conventions on earth right now, but I'm gonna try not to make this video 30 minutes longer. DreamCon is a majority black space for black nerds and geeks. Like, if you like gaming, if you like anime, if you like cartoons, DreamCon is the place for you. And DreamCon has gotten so big, it's kind of like a creator summit now. A lot of content creators go to DreamCon, from A&P, from RDC, obviously RDC, the Face Boys go. A lot of different creators from all different backgrounds pull up. You also have singers, rappers. Megan Thee Stallion was here in Houston this year, and it's a huge event. This event is going to eclipse Comic-Con, and any con you think is the biggest, DreamCon is going to be bigger because anime is only getting more popular, content creators getting more popular, and DreamCon is massively associated with both those things. It's more than just a fun place for people to just go and just kick it and just, you know, buy some merchandise. DreamCon is a space where people feel invited, feel seen, feel heard, and they feel welcomed. And RDC does a great job of having events, hosting panels for content creators, hosting booths for creatives that want to sell the merchandise, and they make it an open space for debates, for cosplay. It's a space where not only do you see people that look like you, but they also love the same things you like, and there's no shame in that at all, right? DreamCon just shows that there's a large group of people that love anime and are proud of it, and there's literally a proof of concept. Because you could be like, oh, black people like anime, wooty boo, but like how many people really like, how many people is that for real? But you go to DreamCon, like they're swarming, there's crowds, there's people that's passionate and love the game, and you can obviously see that through DreamCon. And it's just people look forward, people clear their calendars, they go to this every year, and it's so smart that they moved it here in Houston because Houston is a really artistic and anime pro city. There's conventions here like pretty frequently, like every month or more often than that, anime conventions, and then moving into Houston is a great place, and it's only going to get bigger and popular. So yeah, DreamCon, the best convention in the world. I think RDC's one of their main sentiments and main themes and main message they want to push is to be yourself, no matter the world says or whatever the world looks like. Be yourself, especially for black people. Whether you like Star Wars, whether you like Game of Thrones, whether you like Star Trek, if you like Lord of the Rings, if you like anime, if you like cartoons, if you like D&D, if you like jazz, if you like rock music, be yourself. That is one of the strongest message RDC is trying to push, and it took them all the way to stardom, and they're just getting started, right? And it's mainly, and I think it resonates the most with black people, but if you're white, Hispanic, if you're a minority, no matter what you are, Indian, be yourself. That is one of RDC's main sentiments. They are a proof of concept that being yourself always works out the best. You feel the best, and they made it to where that you can also make money while being yourself. So yeah, they're empowered a whole new identity, and RDC has already changed the world. All right, yeah, that'll be it for today's video. RDC is my biggest inspiration for YouTube, especially Mark Phillips. Taking a risk, jumping in that water, being the head of the snake, having a dream like that, and being willing to, you know, it's one thing to drop out and chase your dreams, but it's one thing to drop out, chase your dreams with a whole group of people behind you, you know, looking at you for what are we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Because it's your dream. I respect RDC so tough. Like we got Desmond, Dylan, and Leland for jumping in that water with him and putting their full belief and trust into Mark and his dreams and helping him achieve it. I think that's so beautiful. And I'm a big, avid anime fan. And it's not because of RDC, but RDC made it cooler. RDC made it cooler to watch anime. And I appreciate them for that. And you know, Mark writing his stuff, making his own manga, making his own movies. I just respect that. I mean, being a creator myself, that's who I resonate the most personally with, and I can't wait to meet him. But yeah, thank y'all so much for watching. This is another James Behind episode. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya. Love ya. Johnny. Bop, bop.